Hey, what's up, everyone? It's George from Crypto Potato, and in this podcast, we're joined by Karl Runefelt, better known for his social media name, The Moon. Karl is one of the biggest cryptocurrency influencers with over 500 YouTube subscribers and more than 1 million followers on Twitter. In this episode, we talk about how he started and why him, who's originally from Sweden, moved his entire life to Dubai. Of course, we also chat about the current trends and hypes and his latest Bitcoin prediction made 2 years ago. Where is Bitcoin heading? Does he regret spending $1 million buying a CryptoPunk NFT? What does he think about the recent criticism he gets on social media? Stay tuned to find all of this out. As always, if you enjoyed the content, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on so you don't miss on any new videos in the future. Hey, Carl. First of all, man, thank you for agreeing to do this. It's awesome to have you on.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm very excited.
Yeah, so I have a few questions about markets and everything, but before we dive into this, I'm sure many people know your story, but do you mind sharing with us a little bit about how you started? What were you doing before crypto? For those of you who might not have heard how you got to where you are right now.
Yeah, so long story short, I was working in a grocery store a little bit more than 3 years ago in Sweden, and I wasn't very happy with my life. I thought it was a little bit boring, and I was doing something I was not meant to do. So I completely changed my mindset, and I started to use the law of attraction to basically attract my dream life. So I was visualizing my dream life and visualizing my goals. And my goals were essentially becoming incredibly successful, incredibly free and happy, rich, and just traveling the world, meeting amazing people. That was my dream. That was my vision. And well, long story short, that's exactly where I am today. So the law of attraction really does work. It's a way to kind of allow the universe to help you out by using these visualization techniques. And I was doing that. I was also telling myself mantras every single day. I'm successful, I'm rich, I'm free, I'm happy. All of these different like positive mantras over and over to reprogram my mind into only having positive and wealthy and healthy thoughts, because that's what you will attract more of. And I'm living proof that it's working, because right now, today, I'm living my dream life here in Dubai. I'm flying private jets. I have a Bugatti and all of these things that I was literally visualizing 3-4 years ago, because I saw myself literally flying private jets. I changed my background image on my phone to a like private jet, image to attract that reality. And back then people called me crazy, because I was actually sitting in a grocery store when I was visualizing these things. And my friends said that, yeah, it's a cute background image, but like, yeah, come on, come back to reality, Carl. But here I am every other week now, flying private jets. So I will tell you right now, everyone out there, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. And just visualize it and work steadily towards it. Research the law of attraction and get into crypto.
How did you get into crypto?
So how I got into crypto was I was first of all, for many years before crypto, I was into gold and silver, physical gold and silver. I was a big investor. Big, I mean, I had no money, but all my money was in gold and silver. What I'm saying is that I was very, very emotionally and like I was into gold and silver, because I had researched so much about the monetary system, the fiat system, the central banking system, all of that stuff. I already had so much of that knowledge, because I was very passionate about reading more about the corrupt banking system. I really thought it was very interesting, and I was looking for an alternative. I was looking for a way to actually make money on the stupidity or the corruption of the central bankers, and I thought that was gold. That's why I bought a bunch of gold and silver. But then I saw one YouTube video. Someone just made a video about Bitcoin just randomly, and I saw it, and I just immediately thought it was extremely interesting. And because of the fact that I already knew so much about monetary metals like gold, and I knew so much about the central banking system, for me, this Bitcoin video immediately made sense to me, and I immediately understood that this is the best alternative that we have right now against the central bankers. And I got super excited. I immediately started trading Bitcoin. I immediately started researching more about Bitcoin, and I immediately um, invested all of my money that I earned from the grocery store, and also that I was making passively, everything straight into Bitcoin, and also into Ethereum, and then everything just took off from there. I started to invest in crypto startups. I started to use a bunch of yield strategies for doing a yield farming, and everything, yeah, everything started with that YouTube video. But ever since then, now I'm everything from a big crypto investor, crypto trader, yield farmer, and I've invested in over 350 crypto companies in the past 24 months. And I have like so much money involved into yield strategies where I'm providing liquidity to centralized and decentralized exchanges, making millions and millions of dollars per month from doing that. And yeah, crypto completely changed my life. But I would say that um, at the end of the day, it was more about the mindset rather than the actual crypto itself, because I could have made money from anything. It's all about the mindset and the dedication and the belief in yourself. If it was crypto, or if it was, I don't know, the motor industry or textile industry, it doesn't really matter. Whatever is your passion, whatever is your genuine interest, you can make money from that. That's for sure. It's all about the mindset.
Okay, so seeing where we were when you first started, comparing it to where we are today, how do you see the market's, let's say, progress so far? Because like you said, that Bitcoin is very important, and it's sort of this anti-fragile monetary system which battles against the legacy markets and all that. But we can already see the crypto market being heavily diluted with a lot of projects that I assume you can agree that there is a lot of scams out there. What do you say about that? I mean, do you see it as some sort of a stepping stone that we have to go through, or is this where we're headed? Because there are definitely brilliant projects out there, but we can also see that there are a lot of scammy projects, and it kind of seems like a lot of people are trying to take the chance and the opportunity to just make a quick buck and then disappear.
Yeah, I know, it's very, very sad. And but that's kind of how it goes with revolutionizing or like paradigm shifting industries. Just like back in the .com era, there were a bunch of very, very shady projects back then as well. Projects that raised money and then just ran away, basically. It's not something that is exclusive for crypto, but yes, I agree with you. There's like a very, very huge amount of people that are here just for the money. I don't really know if I have like the perfect way to separate the good from the bad. I mean, obviously you have to look at the team. You have to. I think the team is always like very important, right? But somehow it's very hard to do the. You have to do research if you actually want to stay away from scams. Do research. Take a look at the white papers. Take a look at the pitch decks. Take a look at the team. Talk to the team. Is the team public? Because usually when the team is not public, maybe that's not the best. So there are a few things I would look at, but honestly, I don't have a good answer. It's very, very tough to stay away. Personally, I've ran into scams before as well in the beginning of my crypto career, and it's horrible. I lost some money to scams, and but you learn from that, and sometimes learning the hard way is actually the best way to learn, because that makes sure that you won't do that again. But yeah, crypto
Yeah,
is crypto, and it is what it is.
Yeah, it's something that people talk a lot about, and we see a lot of these comparisons between crypto and the dot-com bubble. But I think that people also tend to forget that we saw a lot of traditional companies, listed companies, traded companies, back in 2017 when the buzzword was blockchain, right? It wasn't necessarily Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever. In the legacy market, the buzzword was blockchain. And I remember,
Mm.
because that's when I first started with crypto. And I remember seeing that article somewhere. I read about a company called uh, Long Island Iced Tea, right? And then they put blockchain in the name of the company. Obviously, they have nothing to do with distributed ledger technology or whatever. They just put blockchain in the company and their stock just skyrocketed. It goes to say that scams happen in legacy just as much as they do in crypto, I guess. It's just that, in my personal opinion, this is something that we need to go through for people to kind of, wake up and maybe differentiate between the good and the bad. Anyways, what do you think about the NFTs? Because like obviously we can't not talk about NFTs and the whole metaverse
Mhm.
trend that's been going on, because every year we can kind of see something new, and it appears that for the past year that has been mostly NFTs. What do you make of this? What do you make of NFTs?
I think that NFTs and metaverse, it's definitely something that is here to stay. However, maybe in the short term, we are seeing a little bit of over speculation, I think. It definitely seems like, when you see Britney Spears and Paris Hilton and these kind of people launching their NFT collections, somehow it gets me a little bit worried, a little bit skeptical, to be
Yeah.
perfectly honest with you. But NFTs as a technology and as an idea is definitely very smart, intelligent, and is definitely valuable and useful. Um, but it is maybe a little bit overextended, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, so kind of bubbly, I guess.
very
It
bubbly. Yeah.
does look this way. I mean, when you see how many projects are coming up, it seems just like all the previous cycles. We've seen something similar with ICOs,
Yeah.
with IDOs, and with
Yeah.
mints. And let's circle back to Bitcoin then, and the overall crypto market. A lot of people say Bitcoin is digital gold, right? And a lot of people are huge proponents of Bitcoin being a very successful hedge against the traditional system. Is pretty much what you said, the reasons for you getting into crypto as well. But like markets, we see that huge correlation between traditional markets and Bitcoin. So does this perhaps take away a little bit from the idea that Bitcoin is the successful hedge against traditional finance that we think it is?
I think Bitcoin is a fantastic hedge against inflation. I mean, Bitcoin is the scarcest asset in the whole universe. There is nothing else out there that can compete with the scarcity of Bitcoin. Um, However, in the short term, if you have stock markets completely collapse, then obviously everything will collapse with it. It's just how markets work. Everyone has exposure across the board. Everyone has exposure, in many assets. So if my stock market portfolio starts collapsing, then maybe I'm getting margin calls. I have to cover my losses. So then I have to sell some of my Bitcoin where maybe I'm in profit already. But there you go. That's how one market crashes can crash another market also, because it's all, everyone has exposure to everything. But I think that long term, Bitcoin is uncorrelated to markets, or to yeah, the stock market and other markets out there. So I wouldn't look at like a weekly chart and try to find like any correlation there. I would just look at the longer term, zoom out in the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and take a look at that, and then you can see that Bitcoin is very, very strong. Bitcoin is going up faster than anything. Like you cannot even compare with anything else. And when inflation goes up, I'm very sure that people will ultimately choose Bitcoin as their inflation hedge.
And okay, so I get that it's very, very sexy even to talk about Bitcoin's price going to a million or to 5 million, or but like, we also have to assume that there is perhaps a possibility where it all goes to crap, right? So do you think there is a scenario where we can see Bitcoin crashing to zero, or Ethereum for that matter, or the market in general, the crypto market?
Bitcoin going to zero is just never going to happen. I think Bitcoin is never going back down below $10,000. I don't think it's not likely at all. Bitcoin is here to stay. It's the genie out of the bottle. It's like, if you wanted to stop Bitcoin, you should have done that 10 years ago. Now it's like way too late. Every single day Bitcoin survives, it's more and more hard to stop Bitcoin. So it's here to stay for sure. Whether it's going to $10 million or $1 million or maybe never above $100,000, well, I would suggest that I think it's very likely that Bitcoin is going to go way above $1 million. I think even $10 million is where Bitcoin is going per coin. But yeah, there are skeptics out there. But in my opinion, I don't think skeptics have very, very compelling arguments. Actually, I never heard any good argument against Bitcoin, to be honest.
Do you see a future where some other cryptocurrency replaces Bitcoin as the market leader? Perhaps Ethereum? No. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about you being here with Crypto Potato. I think it was 2 years ago. We had an interview with you, and you said that Bitcoin is going to hit 200K in 5 years. So I guess that would put us 3 years from now, if my calculations are not wrong. Do you still think that's possible? And do you think that's happening? Do you want to update your price target for the next, let's say, 3 years?
Well, back when we talked last time, I think the price was probably like below $10,000 or something. Probably like, I don't know, $7,000. And yeah, back then I was telling everyone, buy Bitcoin, please just buy as much as you can. I told people to buy Ethereum also below $100. I couldn't stress it enough, like buy as much as you can because it's going to go up. We're going to 100K, 200K, and even beyond. I still think 200K by that time is very possible. I mean, we're already much closer now, at least. Back then we were at like, I don't know, 7K. Now we already hit 69K. So yes, I think we're close to meeting that target. And I don't have any reason to change that number right now.
Speaking of, like, it's impossible not to notice that Bitcoin topped at exactly 69K. It's like one of the hugest memes on the internet. What do you make of this? Is the most entertainment outcome really the most plausible one? What do you make of this whole thing?
Well, it would be a little bit funny if that was the top and now we're going into a bear market, because that would be a complete meme. And then maybe we're coming down to, I don't know, $420 and then going back up, right?
Yeah, we live in a simulation.
yeah, exactly. No, I don't think that was the top, to be honest. I think we're probably going to go higher, but how confident am I? I would say maybe I'm like 70% chance that we're going to go above 69K before the end of the year. But regardless, if we break it or not, we are going to go into a bear market, multi-year bear market. That is for sure. That always happens. And especially in the NFT market, I think we're going to see some type of bear market, because with this over speculation, there has to be a shaking out of the weak hands. It's just how it is. Most people buying NFTs right now, they don't even know what NFT stands for. So that's a problem, of course.
So, okay, let me ask you something about yourself. Because like not so long ago, I think you had like 40K subscribers like 2 or 3 years ago, and now like your YouTube channel has grown to over 500,000, have more than 1 million followers on Twitter. How does that happen? Because that growth is like it's a huge growth. So how does it happen?
I think that's a great question. I think people, well, first of all, of course, I am doing a bunch of technical analysis, and people enjoy following my channel because they make a lot of money from watching my videos, and I see a bunch of comments coming in every single day, people saying that they're, you know, appreciating my analysis because I'm showing them patterns, I'm showing them different undervalued, overvalued conditions, and people are able to trade and invest based on that. So that's of course one thing. But then I think it's also just like people love following my story. They think it's very interesting that I could go from grocery store to where I am today. And I think I'm just living proof that it's very possible to go to the moon, basically. And yeah, and then of course also I have a very good social media strategy. I'm using search engine optimization. I'm using the algorithm to my own advantage, just like any YouTuber is trying to do. But I guess I'm just doing it in a good way, where it's very successful. And right now I am at 10,000 from reaching 1 million followers on Twitter, which is very crazy. My Twitter is actually very strong. I'm so proud of my Twitter. I have CZ, he's following me, he's commenting on my tweets very often. And then you have Michael Saylor is following me, Michael Novogratz, and you know, I have many big people following me on Twitter. And I think it just goes to show that my social media strategy is working very well. My Twitter is one of the biggest Twitter profiles in crypto. I think maybe top 5 or top 10, I think, in terms of engagement and followers. So it's even more powerful than my YouTube, actually. But my YouTube also has, I think, 550 or something thousand subscribers. And then I have 10 or 15 now, even other voiceover channels. So all in all, I have like 2 million followers in crypto, which definitely makes me one of the biggest you know, people with the most influence in crypto. I think even Hacker Noon or whatever it's called ranked me like top 5 or top 10, you know, most influential people in crypto based on the following then. And yeah, so I'm very proud of my strategy because it's been working very well. And yeah, I guess I
Can
know
you
what I'm
get,
doing.
can you imagine that I'm someone who's just starting out with crypto YouTube though, not Twitter? What would your best advice to me be if I'm someone who's just trying to launch my channel and sort of replicate your success and also be successful YouTuber? What would your best tip, your best advice sort of be?
Well, first of all, if anyone wants to make a YouTube channel out there, make sure to DM me on Instagram or Twitter. I'll give advice. I'll help out. I love supporting people that want to, you know, go out there and achieve their dreams. So make sure to DM me. I'll if you're serious about making YouTube videos. But yeah, I would say frequency is very important. Upload maybe once a day, approximately. Um, Make videos that you enjoy yourself. Make videos that you would enjoy watching yourself. Enjoy the process, because you cannot force yourself to like doing it. If you're doing it only for making money, then you're not going to be able to be successful. You have to enjoy the process. I love making videos. It makes me so happy. It's very nice. And I actually just started my new YouTube channel, which people can follow if they want. They can just search my name, Carl Runefelt, on YouTube, and then they will find my new YouTube channel where I'm sharing my lifestyle. Um, and on this channel, I'm also, again, using, it's like frequency. I upload a lot. I upload content that I would love watching myself. So I'm driving around with my Bugatti here in Dubai. I'm taking the yacht out, inviting cool people, you know, so that channel I'm very proud of. So just search my name, Carl Runefeld, on YouTube. And but yeah, just I would just tell people to frequency, enjoy the process, and have a clear goal, and also visualize the goal. If you want to have 100,000 subscribers, visualize yourself having 100,000 subscribers. I did, actually. Before I had a YouTube channel, I visualized myself having a YouTube channel with 100,000 subscribers. I was, you know, doing this whole like it works. It really works, because now I have a channel with way more than 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, it's very cool.
And about that lifestyle, so you're originally from Sweden, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
how do you find it in Dubai? Like it seems like a whole different planet from Sweden to Dubai.
It's a completely different planet. It's opposites. I love it here. I mean, the networking you get here, the tax laws you get here, the encouragement you get as a businessman, as a as an entrepreneur, it's amazing. Because obviously people know me as a influencer maybe, but actually right now I am more of an entrepreneur because I have multiple cryptocurrency companies that I'm building, and I have a big team of more than 120 people working for me now. So we have a big operation going on. I just acquired a company with dozens of developers supporting my projects as well. So definitely I am more of an entrepreneur and like businessman rather than a influencer today, but I still make my videos on my YouTube channel because I just love it. I think it's fun. It's not like I make money from it. It's just fun. What I actually make money from is my trading, my investments, and my yield farming, and my own companies, of course. So that's kind of the big chunk of money that I make. And then the YouTube channel is literally for fun. I just love it. And my Twitter as well. Like I make $0 tweeting. It's just fun. I just enjoy tweeting Bitcoin is bullish, or Bitcoin is going to $100,000, or I'm buying Bitcoin right now, or like I just like it because I love supporting the industry. I just love crypto so much. I love Bitcoin. I love that. And this year I'm gonna do some crazy stuff. Not only I'm gonna promote Bitcoin as much as I can, but I'm also gonna do a bunch of charity work. I'm gonna raise millions of dollars to charity. And I think people already know this, but I just made a huge announcement that I'm sponsoring a Formula 2 team. And maybe we can put a image on the screen so everyone can see, but basically it's going to be the Moonmobile. It's completely branded the Moon, and I put Bitcoin stickers all over the car, and I also put a QR code on the front of the car where people can donate Bitcoin, and I'm gonna give every single Satoshi that I raise to children with disabilities. Because my little brother, he actually was born with mental disability, Down syndrome. If people know what that is, it's a mental disability, mental disorder, where you essentially have, yeah, you're struggling basically. So my little brother, he's been struggling a lot. My family has been struggling a lot because he's disabled, and he has actually multiple disabilities, but that one is maybe, I would say, the most severe one. He also had cancer twice, actually, leukemia. So I really know how it is to live with a family member who is struggling for his life, literally. So now that I'm successful, now that I made all of this money, I want to give back. I want to make sure that I can do something good for the world. And obviously, my little brother, he's the happiest guy now. He's fine. Like, of course, he will never be free from his mental disabilities, but at least he has a family now that takes care of him. I have the financial funds to make sure that he's set for the rest of his life, so he doesn't have to worry. But there are children out there that really are in a bad spot. Maybe their parents don't have money to help them. Maybe they don't have parents that want to help them. There are these children out there, and I want to be the person who can make a change there. So this year is the year where I focus less on making money, and I focus more on giving money and giving to charity. So that's very important to me. That's why I did this Formula 2 sponsorship, actually. And if people want to support, we have this hashtag that I came up with, hashtag racing for charity. So racing as in a race car, racing for charity. And
We'll put it up, yeah.
With a 4, yeah. So basically, everyone will be able to find the QR code on the car and everything. And if you want to donate Bitcoin, please do so. And I can guarantee you every single Satoshi will go to charity, and it will be provable by the blockchain, because the QR code goes to a Bitcoin address, and then I'm only going to give Bitcoin charities that accept Bitcoin directly. So everyone can see every single Satoshi will go to charity. I will have zero admin costs because I will personally take care of every single admin cost. Very important for me because I hate these charities that take 30% to like admin and take, not here, not with me.
Have you already maybe spoke to some organizations, charitable organizations, to set up the entire process? Because I don't know how are the regulations with accepting cryptocurrencies for charities? I have no idea actually. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about that?
The regulation, I don't know.
Is it hard to donate with crypto? I've never
No,
like it's
very
not.
easy.
Okay.
Very easy. I did it myself. Last year, I gave multiple Bitcoin over to a charity called EB Research. Essentially, long story short, it is a research for helping children with a very, very severe disability called EB. And it's a sickness where children are born with skin that falls off, and their hands, they cannot even use their hands, and they're in constant agony, constant pain. And you know these children, it's almost like it makes my little brother seem like a lucky guy. These children, they are struggling every single day. And it's not, and people have to understand that it's not only about the children, it's also about the parents and the whole family, and everyone involved, because it's such a it's absolutely, it's hard to describe. Like I know at least a little bit about it, but like I think it's hard to understand how incredibly painful and how incredibly emotional and hard it will, how hard it can be to be a child like that, and to have a child like that as a family. So I gave many Bitcoin to this specific charity already, and I want to keep raising for them this year. And I gave them Bitcoin directly, so they had the means to accept Bitcoin. Actually, I was looking online for charities that accept Bitcoin, and they were one of them. So I gave there. I've also given charity or crypto to specific families. Sometimes I go to Instagram and I find a family with a sick child, and I just DM them and I say, hey, what's your PayPal address? And then I just send $1,000 or something. I never showed it publicly or something. It's just like something I do sometimes. If I find, because again, I really, really care about children with disabilities, because my own brother, my little brother, has disabilities. So I know how big of a struggle it is. So if I see a child on Instagram that has some kind of disability, then just one DM and just one little PayPal, it's so easy. And if they accept crypto, that's even better, but usually they don't. So PayPal will have to work. But yeah, it's very important for me, and that's what I want to do more of this year for sure.
It's a really nice look of you, to be honest. I really enjoy hearing all these things coming from you. And I have a question which it's kind of connected, but from one side, we see you being this charitable guy who is working to raise awareness and money for very noble organizations. But on the other hand, we have you posting pictures and videos of you buying the Bugatti, for example. And it came out, that video when you bought the Bugatti, it came out at a rather weird moment. At least I felt this way, because the market was already crashing and all that. And then when I hop on Twitter and I see you buying a Bugatti or talking about your $1 million crypto punk, I personally, I can't tell you how exactly I felt with this. Not for me, but perhaps for some of your, or maybe a lot of your followers, because we know that retail traders are not the most successful traders, obviously. And these things coming at a time where the market wasn't at its peak and all that, what do you think about that? I mean, what was the purpose behind these types of things?
Well, the CryptoPunk I actually did buy, I think, at the very top of the
Yeah,
market, to
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
perfectly honest with you. And that was a stupid mistake. I really kind of regret that I bought that CryptoPunk because, first of all, I paid $1 million for it, which is way too much for a JPEG, you can say. Um, and I have no clue what the value of it is right now. I'm trying to maximize the value of it by at least making some promotion of it. I put it on my Formula 2 car, but somehow I consider that lost money. So that one is that. The Bugatti, it's I bought it with Ethereum, and I wouldn't say that the market was crashing. I bought it when Ethereum was $4,400. It's also very close to the all-time high. I think just a few weeks after the Ethereum all-time high, I decided that now I made so much money off of Ethereum because I bought Ethereum below $100, and at $4,000, that's 40x. So I had a bunch of money that was stored in Ethereum, and I thought, you know what? Why not take some profits? Why not buy something that I've been dreaming of for years now? So actually, 2007, when the Bugatti Veyron came out, I was very young, and I was, of course, just a normal child like anyone else. But when I saw this car, it was my dream car. Bugatti Veyron. It was the first car with 1,000 horsepower. It was the first car to break 400 kilometers per hour. It was the car that was the most expensive car, the fastest car in the world. It was the first to do everything. If you floor it for 12 minutes on top speed, the gas is completely emptied. All of these different like statistics, I knew about them and I read about it. I had the poster in my room. For me, the Bugatti Veyron was like the biggest symbol of success and wealth and just success. And for me to reach the level where I have this bunch of Ethereum just laying around on the ledger, and I thought to myself, like, now that I can finally go out there and buy my dream car, I just have to do it. Like, it will, because I think that was my most amazing purchase I've ever done before. I never felt so successful as the first time when I sat down in my Bugatti. I turned on the engine, and I just remember myself being this young boy, just dreaming of this hypercar, and it was just the best thing that ever happened. It was just like, this trophy of success. And the fact that the market crashed literally 2 weeks after, honestly, what can I do about that? That's not my fault. Some people blamed me for the market crashing. They think my Bugatti was the reason, but of course not, right? So I actually didn't buy the Bugatti when the prices were going down. I bought it before the prices were going down, and then Ethereum went down to like 3K. But it's not a big correction. It's from 4K down to 3K. But yeah, actually, so, and my YouTube channel, my lifestyle channel that I created now, I started it because I want to inspire people. So there I am showing my Bugatti, I'm showing when I'm flying private jets, I'm showing people my lifestyle. Because 3-4 years ago, even 5, 6, 7 years ago, I was watching a bunch of content from other successful people like Manny Koshbin, producer Michael, Jon Olsen, and a bunch of cool, very, very rich people. I saw them talking about their watches, their cars, their life, and I was so inspired by that, and it motivated me to start achieving my own dream life. So now I want to give back. That's that inspiration that I got from these people. I want to give back. So that's why I started my channel, my lifestyle channel. And I am going to show my Bugatti. I will show private jets. It's not to brag, it's to inspire people. And actually, when I'm reading the comments of that channel, it's so positive. Literally, like 70% of every comment is like, Carl, you're such an inspiration. This is so motivational. Like, this is the most motivational channel I've found so far. Like, people get super motivated by watching these videos, and that is what keeps me going. And that goes back to what I said before: make content that you love making. And I love to inspire people, and I love my lifestyle. I love living my life here in Dubai, and I think people can see that when they watch those videos. And I never want to upset people. I don't want to make people feel bad or anything. And it's literally like the opposite of what I want. I want to inspire people. But of course, there's always going to be those people that feel a bit jealous, that feel a little bit like, oh, why does he have a Bugatti? He could just give it to charity. Like there are those people out there that will always take the negative out of everything. But I choose not to listen to these people, and I choose to instead focus on the people that get inspired by my story, that get inspired by what I'm doing, and that can go out there and try to replicate what I'm doing and achieve their own dream lives. That's my goal right now.
And I have one last thing that I want to talk to you a little bit about. That's Kasta. It's a
Yeah.
project that's creating quite a buzz in our industry. So can you tell us a little bit more about it, about your involvement in the project? What is it that you do? You're one of the co-founders. What is it that you do within Kasta, and what do you guys try to achieve?
Yep. So Kasta is a payment solution. The app is going to be live very, very soon, and it is a payment solution where you can send and receive crypto instantly and for free between each other. And merchants can integrate this so they can accept crypto very easily. And we have something that I am very proud of myself that I really love, and that's the easy swap engine. So let's say you are a restaurant and you don't want to have crypto in your accounting. You just want fiat, right? But you don't want to stop crypto people from giving you their crypto. So you integrate Kasta in the restaurant, and then people pay Bitcoin, but the restaurant immediately receives fiat. So it's an easy swap engine where you can accept crypto, but you get fiat, because for accounting purposes and for actually many purposes, it's much easier for merchants to only handle fiat. A lot because of the volatility of crypto, of course. And all, yeah, I think that's a big part of Kasta. And then of course we will have staking. You can stake your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Kasta tokens and make money passively on that. That's very important, because that's what I'm doing myself with my crypto. Like I said, I'm making millions and millions of dollars every single month from yield farming, where I'm staking crypto and I'm providing liquidity to different decentralized and centralized exchanges and different DeFi protocols. So yield farming is something that I really love myself. It's a passive strategy. And of course, personally, I have like a team doing it for me. I have like a yield farming team that are managing my wealth. But I'm always there in the process. I'm taking some money from there, putting it over there, doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's what I love. And I want to take some of that, the strategies, and push that over to Kasta so that people can stake their crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Kasta tokens, and they don't have to do anything. We do the yield farming in the background, and then the user just gets the rewards. So that's a big thing also for Kasta, I think. But yeah, the list goes on and on and on. Like Kasta will be a huge thing. We are going to challenge PayPal. We're going to challenge Venmo, Crypto.com, these big guys. We're going to do what they are doing, but we're going to try to make it much, much better. So yeah, that's Kasta.
So you mentioned that your app is coming very, very soon. Do you have a timeline on that? Can I tease a little bit, or?
Yeah, so I've been told from the tech team that beginning of Q2 2022.
Okay. Well, mate, I think that's everything I wanted to talk to you about. Can you tell everyone who's watching where can they find you on socials?
Yeah, so of course my YouTube channel is called The Moon. My Twitter is also called The Moon, or at The Moon Carl. My Instagram is just Carl Runefelt. Just search my name, or yeah, you will find it. And my new lifestyle vlog channel is Carl Runefelt. Those are my socials.
Okay. Thank you very much once again for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me on. I love Crypto Potato, by the way. Great
Thank
place.
you very much.